My friends, I'm back at it for a solo mission today. I've made my way to South Carolina. They call it the Palmetto State. So like a palm tree. You see them every time you see a South Carolina license plate, South Carolina flag. They love the old palmetto. If I see one, I'll try to take a video of it. I'm at the crown jewel of South Carolina mountain biking, the Forks Area Trail System. They call it FATS. And man, I got like one email about South Carolina. Delaware, 20 emails, Mississippi, Louisiana, Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, all these places where it's like, I don't know if anybody even rides a mountain bike. I got tons of emails, but for South Carolina, nobody's home. I don't know if they have the internet yet. Maybe that's what it is. So I did a bunch of Trail Forks research. I even brought out MTB Project, which I'm always a little dubious on, but it's good. It's still good. Trail Forks says there's several loops out here, maybe even 30 miles of single track, and each loop is about 1,000 feet of climbing, which I don't buy because Trail Forks always has maybe 40% more climbing on the elevation levels for whatever reason. It's a huge flaw in Trail Forks. So I'm guessing there's a little bit less as I don't see any big mountains around here. So I'm gonna do a different strategy today. I'm gonna do a loop and I'm gonna come back to the van. I'm gonna like hydrate up. I'm gonna go do a loop and come back and kind of see if I can actually get all the loops. I think it's gonna be very, very tough, but since I have the van as home base, I can do it. It's gonna be like 90 degrees and humid as hell today. It's gonna be quite rough, but I'm gonna try. Let's see what can happen here. So as you know, I've got a wireless dropper post, I've got wireless shifting, the SRAM Axis Eagle. First time ever, last week, I actually found the dropper post was dead. And of course, I bring extra batteries, I have extra chargers, everything was good to go. But I have no idea how long it lasted. I don't remember the last time I charged. And supposedly there's a SRAM Axis app where you're supposed to be able to see all kinds of data. I can't ever get this stuff to actually pair with it. Good old Bluetooth. So I gave up basically after the first couple times, like trying to, okay, set this up, set that one up, add it to the bike. Oh, I can't add it to the bike. Oh, wait, remove it, add it. So I gave up. I think there's a cool app if you can actually get it to work. I never got it to work. Maybe I'll delete it all and reboot it all and try it again, but it's fine. Keep the batteries charged. So at least for the first loop, I'm gonna go minimalist with just my pack here, and it actually is kind of hefty because I have all my tools, my pump, got my water bottle. Should be good. I just saw a guy finish his ride on a gravel bike. That's never a good sign. They've got bathrooms, which are always nice to have at a trailhead, but what I really like is the changing room. It's so nice just to be able to go in there, change your clothes real quick, get in, get out. No huss, no fuss. No muss, no fuss, no bus. Okay, this is the South Trailhead, and I am looking for the Great Wall Loop somewhere out here. Nice, fantastic signage. I really have no idea what to expect, which is kind of what I always like. I just love surprises and having low expectations, no expectations, and just going for a ride, getting to see all these new nice places. I think I might have missed my turn, but we'll see. I'll keep going here for a second. All that nice signage, and I already feel like I've gone too far. Oh, I'm actually on the Great Wall. Okay, good to go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. Oh, little mud, little mud. A real minimalist ride. No gloves, no knee pads, no big backpack. I feel like I'm gliding with the wind. Whoa. Oh. Ugh. This is the kind of place I always imagine big old snakes. Back home, we have a bunch of snakes and it's just weird, dry. Not that like jungle, like out here, it's just like moist and jungly and humid. I just associate that more with venomous reptiles. Oh my goodness, that was a big spider web. Oh yeah. Usually I don't care, but when it's so thick, and strong. God, it had to be a big spider. Oh, God. Ah, another one. No. All right, we have a battle on our hands because Blue Square BKXC versus my mental ability to actually have fun. Man, I really wasn't into the idea of having a fridge in the van. I was like, yeah. Every other fridge in a van is like everybody's old broccoli and it's like food. I kind of forgot about the whole cold drinks thing and how nice it is to have a cold drink in between laps, after a ride, before a ride. So now I'm very, very happy I have a fridge. Tree down. Let's report it. Let them know there's a tree down. I'm about halfway through that first downhill. There it was, and there it went. These massive trees, man. Holy moly. So when are we gonna get the Apple glasses where we can see how many miles are left in the trail and heart rate and power, and get trail forks integrated and overlaid where it's like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to go left here. It feels like Google Glass was 10 years ago. Who's working on this stuff? Come on. I think Apple knows they have to get it to a certain point where it's actually fashionable, and they're not willing to compromise on that at all. The first impression is way too harsh if it sucks. The rich data points that you could add to a map like that, AR, augmented reality, you could have, especially with me, I could have a little bubble, like you could have a BKXC layer. If you turn on the BKXC layer, I can populate different bubbles everywhere where it's like, oh, what's this? And you click on it or you tap on it or whatever, and then it comes up with a little video of me crashing or me clearing it or me talking about, hey, when you do this, try this. There's so much potential with the overlay of data onto the world. This tree was planted 13 years ago. Here's a video of us, putting the tree in the ground. Here's what this looked like after a wildfire or a tornado. Tim Apple needs to get on it. Question for all of you in mountain bike clubs that have trail systems like this. Do you have an official cartographer? I feel like every mountain bike club, big or small, needs to have a position, just like president, vice president, treasurer. There needs to be cartographer. And that person is in charge of making sure all the maps everywhere are updated, the trail conditions are updated, getting reports in the field, making sure the names of the trails are on Trail Forks or MTB Project, really good descriptions of the trails, just making sure that people who are coming through your community, people within your community, they can see like how great your trail system is. It is the most bizarre thing when I talk to people who are in mountain bike clubs or run mountain bike clubs, and I tell them that idea, and the blank look on their face. It's always a great welcome sight. Hey, some palmettos. I think. You can't see them. They're just down in the creek. There's a million of them. I missed the jump. The jump, the rock roll. The damn palmettos distracted me, and I missed the one feature on the trail. No. So in case you haven't caught on, these videos are always recorded probably about 3 weeks before you see them. So I have a buffer in case something happens, I get sick or whatever. Things happen in my real life where I can kind of move stuff around. And as we speak, the virus is back and better than ever, baby. And it is what it is. I feel like I can either go one of two ways. I can lock down yet again, or I can just snipe away in the van, hide out, go hit a trail and move on. Fly by night, wake up at sunrise, get out of there and move on to the next one. I've got to document this country before we hit the Civil War. It's just, I feel I have a duty. Grandpa, what was it like before the Chinese invaded? I still can't believe I missed the one jump. The other thing about having a cartographer for your mountain bike club is that everything can go through that person. They can be the admin. So if people are adding bootleg trails on Trail Forks, it's like, no, this is not officially sanctioned. It's not something that the town or the area supports, you know, being in the public eye. Let's get rid of it. Let's not have it. And just making sure everything's updated. I was at Angel Fire Bike Park, and their Trail Forks map was actually wrong on a couple things. Some of the trail names were wrong. The designations for how tough they were wrong. So I went through and I did my contribution, and it got rejected. It's like, what? Who's looking at this? Who's the admin? And then later on, I think the Angel Bike Park official account looked at it and was like, oh yeah. I am passing Skinny Loop and Brown Wave. I'm going to the other side. Well, I'm gonna go to the van first. I hear the other side is more rocky, and they say it's nothing like this section of loops. Let's hope so. Everybody's gone now. Outlasted them. Perhaps a quick beverage. So I just looked up a bunch of stuff on Trail Forks for heading up to the North Trailhead, and it's like 3 miles from here and then 3 miles back. So why add 6 miles to the ride? Why not throw the bike in the car and go drive to the North Trailhead, go experience that section, and hope for the best. All right, that's the way to do it. That's the Southern way. Take a nice mid-ride break to recover, get a little food, get a little drink, get back on the trail. Okay, according to my research, let's take a left onto Big Rock Loop. Now let's rock it. So far, so good. Great Wall started off really fun. It had a really good flow to it for that first 30 seconds or whatever, and then petered out quickly. Let's see if the rock can keep it up. Good active climbing right now. My mind is able to wander in all these different places. I love that kind of ride where you can get that zen. Your body has to be pushed just hard enough, and all of a sudden your mind starts wandering. I've got all these ideas. Easy, difficult. Now, is this actually a split in the trail, or is it just a feature? That was the biggest nothing I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry I'm being such a snob. It is what it is. If you're a trail builder, an advocate, you have to go to Santos in Florida and just see what they've built out of nothing. They've made the most wondrous mountain bike playground out of nothing. So I give no excuse to anywhere else. Even Seth, Backyard Trail Builds, not Seth's Bike Hacks, but that's an example too. But he built an amazing fun trail out of nothing. You know, a slight gentle slope, but there's slight gentle slopes everywhere. When you're going for quantity instead of quality, it's not the best game to play. But if you're a fitness freak, you're going out here to slam miles, hell yeah, that'll get you there. Something for everybody. Jonathan Dickinson as well. Oh my goodness, that is just another place every trail builder should visit and just see how they made so much fun, amazing stuff out of so little. They don't have this run right here. I mean, I'm looking at like a big old hillside right here. They'd kill for that. I'm sorry, South Carolina. I'm sorry, Fats. I'm sorry. Here we go. Is this a palmetto? Trying to make its way out. May be mistaken. It might just be like a different type of something. Yeah. Oh. Whoa. Oh yeah. We get a little bit of yeehaw here. Okay, that's a drop. There we go. I do like the easy, difficult signs. It's nice. That is the best sign ever right there. Use it like you love it, please. Bosch, as in e-bikes? Oh my goodness. How could they ever advocate for responsible trail use? Everything in this world is so black and white. Please, Ibis, come out with an e-bike. I would tear this place up on one immediately. I'd give it rave reviews. Yeah, legit. Good stuff. Okay, tear this place up as in a facetious manner, like have a lot of fun. Oh yeah. Huh? Fun. Wow. Use it like you love it. Yeah. Uh-oh. Booby trap. It is super flow right there. That was a sweet section. Oh yeah. Almost took me out. Finding it a little harder to drop the post in these conditions. And I think there's just a little bit of stiction on the dropper post. And then the way this button works, it's like, it's very easy to kind of get bounced off the button. Whereas at the lever, you hold that lever in position and, you know, maybe you have a bit of pressure on it to keep it equal. Whereas a button, you hit the button and then like you get jarred and then your finger lifts off the button and then you're down on the button again. It's like, it's a very kind of janky experience. You can even hear it right there. Right? Like, unless you really attack the button and put all your thumb weight on it. It's also very easy after I take the front wheel off the bike and I put it in its little spot in the van to accidentally knock into the button and then boom, the post shoots up. A little less forgiving than a lever. Like a lever, if you accidentally hit a lever, it really takes a lot more force to like, your shirt has to get caught on it or you really have to push on it for it to accidentally go off. Versus this little button, boom, dropper post is up and then the bike's kind of stuck under there and I gotta try to force it back down. Overall, I really enjoyed the cleaner look in the cockpit. I like the wireless shifting. I like the wireless dropper. Just, it does add that variable, the batteries and stuff, but I bet if I went back to a normal bike, I'd be like, oh, this feels so weird and janky and old. It's only gonna get better as the generations go on. I guess it is still a 1.0 product actually, huh? Yeah, I think this is the first wave. I got everything in the first wave, so the batteries will be smaller, the Bluetooth will work better, all that stuff. Yeah, this has been good. There's been some really good little sections here. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Oh, Jesus. If you guys have to put up a sign for something like that, oh man, it might be a lost cause. And then have a friggin' a thing like this and not have a sign where you almost go off the edge. Give me a break. I'm mad now. That rock thing had a sign and you could easily come off of this. Come on, big rock. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yo! Oh yeah! Oh, super cool. I guess I'm so critical because I see the terrain, I see what's possible, and yes, I know there's compromises when you're the man in the arena building the trail and you gotta do this for this group and that for that group. It's not so easy, but holy moly, I mean, this terrain is just, it's ready to go. All I see is potential. That's why I gotta be hard on you guys. So here's the other thing. Being that I don't put the work in, I don't volunteer here, I have no right to complain. Only in my space as a person who's ridden a ton of trails all around the world do I throw in my critique. But if you actually live here and you've never put a shovel in the ground, you've never volunteered, you've never sat through meetings, yeah, shame on you. Nothing happens in this world unless people like you stand up and say, hey, let's do this. Well, I think I'm leaving here about 10 pounds lighter, sweat it all out, and I'm leaving with a smile on my face. Good job, good job. Keep doing it. Keep getting involved, people. Get out there, make your trails better. Have I ever mentioned how much I love the dish soap and water bottle sprayer? I use it on my bike. I use it on my legs. You can wash your hands. It's just the most simple, non-toxic thing. It's great. Wipe them down. Still sweating. It is definitely tank top weather now. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you on the trail.